This video show presentation of HNSN Medical Inc. HNSN's a NASDAQ listed stock, trading our ticker HNSN. This is a stock that's really fallen off over the last few years. Back in 2007, the stock was over $30 a share and just slowly been sliding ever since. But even as recently as 2011 was trading up around $5 a share. Hit an all-time low in July of $1.14 and put together a real nice bounce from there, nearly doubling up to $2.18 in October. Since then, been in a downtrend, but it found a pretty nice support level again right through this area of $1.50, $1.60. It's back on the climb, including closing up about 6.5% on Tuesday and moving back above the 50 and 200-day moving averages. So with breaking this downtrend and moving above those key moving averages, this is a chart we're going to keep an eye on going forward. Now we see a bullish cross here at the end of December with the MACD trending back towards zero. Of course, we'll be looking for that break of zero to show that the trend is truly going into a bullish mode. Similar look to the PPO. ADX was in a type of a pincher position, not very tight, but still has that general overall look. Now downward direction's losing some steam, seeing a reversal in the position of the positive and negative DIs, all suggesting that this chart's found another bottom and going to try and continue to move upward. Money flow index, all three components have recovered from below 50, now holding the upper half of the indicator, telling me that people are starting to pay higher prices for the stock. A pretty flat look overall to the accumulation distribution. Nothing too special going on there. We are seeing a little bit more buying coming into it over the last couple weeks. That can also be read in the shaken money flow, which by holding in the green says over the last 20 periods, buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure. CCI, the technical buy signal from that indicator comes on the break of 100, which likely just happened with yesterday's upward move. Full stow, also over top of 50, showing that there's bullish momentum in the chart. And the tricks, still early on, it's a very slow lagging indicator, but just dropped a bullish cross. Something it hasn't done since way back here in September. And the RSIs have now moved back above 50. That's where I always want to see them to show that bullish momentum is being sustained in the play. So again, a nice look overall to the RSIs with this recent rise from the bottom at $1.52. Now I'll go ahead and I'll mark a support level right through there, really just try and identify a general area where you can see this bounce back in May. I'd say that's a little bit stronger actually, right up around $1.60, where that was serving as a pretty strong support point throughout the year. And with that, you can see it channeled off of those points several different times and basically established a resistance level right up around $1.75. And you can see that also served as a support point in November after this run to the highs. Now what's interesting about that is with that push above the 50 and 200 days, the stock price pushed through that static resistance as well. And on any pullback, I'd really like to see that hold. It keeps a pretty tight stop loss, only 7 cents lower than Tuesday's closing price at $1.82. And would keep the stock price above the 200-day moving average, which is a bullish sign for a chart. Now what I look for further resistance is right through this area of $1.91, $1.92, because that was a little bit of support off of the high. Definitely when that was broken in classic TA fashion, that old support started serving as resistance again. And even going back into early on in 2013, this legend actually kind of covers it up, but you can basically see that there was a support point right through that area back in April of 2013. So that's going to be the first place I'm going to look for resistance. And then beyond that, I'm going to come into these old highs around 218 as an upper end resistance and a key point for this chart to essentially try and make a higher high since coming off of these lows at $1.14. That's a lot of lines. I'm not trying to clutter things up too much. So what I'm going to do is pull these off. I'll stay focused on the $1.75 mark for the first level of support, with keeping in mind more support at $1.60. But right now, I'm interested in the upward push because what I'm looking for is a general channel along those lines for this chart to continue as it breaks through the recent downtrend since making the highs at that new resistance. A lot of things happening, but HNSN has a pretty nice chart at this point, and one we'll follow along with to see how it performs. As always, merely my interpretation of the HNSN chart. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.